Red flag, sector 2, sector 2.
Is he ready for all the pressure that's coming for him? Is he physically and mentally ready?
Fuck.
And away we go.
Red flag, sector 2, sector 2. Man, this car will not just turn for fuck.
Welcome everybody, a new era and a new season of racing in this championship. Season 3 takes us to the most north you can get, WYNFORD, a track with many sharp corners and high-speed corners that can take you out, plus a few chicanes in between. This track, well, is well known for having some crash fests every once in a while. Could we see that, or could we see another incredible battle for the win that could potentially give us an incredible battle for the championship later on? The Canadian Grand Prix at WYNFORD, Canada, Season 3 of Apex Racing 21. And if you quickly have a look up in the booth, hello, I'm Kian GP, commentator here for today, and alongside me is A350 to give you all the data and, of course, excitement here from the Canadian Grand Prix live here on YouTube. So, A350, a new season, a new, hopefully exciting championship fight. Are you excited for this? And what are your predictions for this qualifying session?
Yeah, hello. I am super excited for season 3. And also, just 1 week ago in pre-season testing, you already had a real presentation, a spoiler of what can happen in this season. As a quick recap, pre-season testing, it was a Mercedes 1-2 finish, so same as last season, Mercedes starting in strongly with Speed for Ages, taking the win. And yeah, we'll see what will happen this season. Will it be Mercedes once again, or maybe a strong comeback from Ferrari, or maybe someone even new? And for my prediction, I can't now. There's no sense to tell now predictions because it's just the first round, and anything can happen. But for me, I can go with a Mercedes because earlier in pre-season testing and said in season 2 they showed that they can do everything. They just have to they just have to make a car. They just have to put drivers, and yeah, I'm excited for season 3 in Canada.
So speaking of the Mercedes, both Dungeon and Speed, well, not anymore, but both Dungeon and Speed were 1-2 on provisional pole for Dungeon and second for Speed. He's now been bumped down by Papa John. So it's looking already pretty good for Mercedes. It is early on, of course, 5 minutes left in this qualifying session, but anything can happen. And Speed for Ages, I believe, might be on a lap.
And away we go.
Red flag, sector 2, sector 2. Man, this car will not just turn for fuck.
Well, half a minute to go in this qualifying session. Apologies for the technical issues. We are back, and hopefully that will stop soon. So, what we'll do is we'll commentate this final part of qualifying, and then I will give a brief recap of this session before going straight to the race. Heels in P14. He had a moment earlier on, and so now this is his final attempt, his final chance at potentially getting pole position. It's not looking good for him, but maybe he can change that. Purple, first sector. Now it's looking way better for him, way better for the Red Bulls, and it seems like the Mercedes, with Ferrari and Alfa Romeo potentially being a contender for the championship already, Mercedes might not have it as easy as they thought. Across the line, P1, provisional P1 for Heels in the Red Bull. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Dungeon across the line. Can he maybe retake? Oh no, not across the line, sorry. He's already stopped on the grid. And it looks like with a purple and 2 green sectors, Heels might have pole position. Who can fight against that? Dungeon can't. He's done with this one. Can Papa John maybe? Oh no, I don't think so. It looks like Heels is somehow out of the depths of P14 from last to first almost, from 0 to hero. Heels takes pole position for the Canadian Grand Prix.
And that was incredible, and that's proof that, like I said before, Mercedes is not as dominant as we thought. Red Bull is literally on the pegging with Mercedes, as you can see here, beating Dungeon by 1/10 of a second. So I might as well predict that this race is going to be very tense between Mercedes and Red Bull, and potentially Alfa Romeo as those top 3 teams.
So,
oh yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to quickly do this before the race start. Because we had the technical issues, I'm going to have to quickly give a recap of qualifying. So you had a few moments there. I think it was Papa John who was stuck in the pit lane earlier on. Heels had a moment. He messed up the final corner and invalidated his lap earlier on before taking pole position. But then it was, well, at the time, it was the Mercedes dominating Dungeon on pole, speed in second. But then Papa John came in between them, and he was in a Mercedes sandwich in second. That was until Heels took pole position at the final moments of qualifying. And now it's Heels, Dungeon, Papa John, Speed for Ages, Red Jelly, Moto, Louis, don't know his full name, SOT, and well, the rest. You can probably imagine. Esteban Ocon had a terrible qualifying, by the way. He's down in 15th. He won't like that. Not looking good for him. Can he try and make a comeback in this race? A350?
Well, possibly. We will see. As you can see, most of the drivers on grid right now, of course I'm not some kind of strategy guy, but most of the grid are on medium, so possibly they're going for a 2-stop strategy, as top 3 has mediums, and of course Esteban down in P15. We will see. As also just a side note, it is Rags, not Esteban, because he had a different account. So just a side note that you will know. Yeah, but also you can see that from top 9 all the way down to P17, drivers are doing 1 minute lap times. So there's a visible barrier between top P7 and P8.
Oh, got a problem.
Here.
Got a problem on the grid. There are 3 Ferraris for some reason.
Oh,
You have to have a look at that. Well, that's going to delay the start of this race, I'm afraid. There's 3 Ferraris. There's a 2019 Ferrari on the grid. Who is that? It's SOT and Moto usually.
Yeah.
Well, Moto and SOT have a different Ferrari. How is there 3 then? That is
Great.
Let's have like a view of the whole grid. I don't see 3 Ferraris. But I think we're about to get ready for this race potentially.
Yeah, there are only 2 Ferraris, as I can see here. There are only 2 Ferrari drivers on the grid. That must have been some misread information.
Starting lights. Yeah, there's a confusion for the race director, but that's all done because now we're about to get ready here in WYNFORD. 35 laps of racing action. Might we see history here today? The Canadian Grand Prix Season 3. great start from Dungeon. He's jumped heels at the
Wait.
start. Oh, what
No,
is that a jump start from Rags? I think so.
That's from Esteban. That's Esteban Ocon. He started P15. He jump started all the
Yeah,
way.
that's a big jump start. And now Dungeon, he got a good start. Heels did not. He's been taken over by the two Mercedes, and I think that's the Alfa Romeo there as well. The two Ferraris had a decent start. Oh, one's gone over the sausage curb. Became a two-wheeler there for a moment, and everyone else follows through. Michael Lopak had an all-right start from 12th, but everyone else following through. It's chaos here. There's Minnow down the inside on the Alpine, gets through. But everyone else going quite quickly. You know, Red Jelly had a decent start there from, I think it was 10th. But it's Dungeon Fanatics with a brilliant start up into first. Heels second. And third, it's Speed for Ages in the other Mercedes. Lap 1 done. Lap 2 begins here in Canada.
So, already Dungeon 7/10 ahead of Heos. So possibly there have been a few mistakes, as I spotted right at the start of the race. I think that was Heos who almost jump started, but that didn't happen quite. But even though if he jumps started, he'll be under investigation. I don't think he will, as now Dungeon still in the lead with 6/10 of the gap. Speed for Ages is very close. Oh, there's even battle for P3, sorry. There's a battle for P3 between Speed, Moto, and Louis.
Louis had a pretty good start there. Heels had a moment over the bump there, nearly lost the rear. But now it's a battle for the podium spot. Speed, Louis, Moto, as you mentioned just now, A350. Lap 3 begins here at WYNFORD. 32 to go. Or 33 to go, sorry. Moto, loses the rear there a bit. Comes Wiggly, SOT in 8th, not maybe where he wants to be in that Ferrari, but everyone else goes through. The back markers are very far off. What happened to them? They're so slow.
Yes, they are. That's very strange. Maybe because of the I mean, no offense, but because of the skills that these drivers all have. Remember, not all the grid is as fast as you might think. There are all the time there are drivers that are a little bit slower, and they are trying to be as fast as our current leaders.
On board with the Mercedes of Dungeon Fanatics, currently your leader in that beautiful black and cyan blue Mercedes. Dungeon is a fast driver, and we're looking at the gap and looking how it's a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. Oh, what happened to yours then? Did he go into the pits? He's down in 10th. We didn't see that. Oh, he made a mistake, I think. Maybe got a penalty. He lost the rear earlier, going up the hill into the chicane. But now he's down in 10th, 9th, sorry. That is terrible for the Red Bull driver who started on pole just a few laps ago, who's now getting past Michael Lopak on the outside.
That was very
very
wide
deep.
for Michał Packi. It was very wide.
That's very bad. Oh, was I saying his name wrong? Yeah, probably. Michał Packi it is then. That was not a big mistake from him. Did he forget to brake or something? Because now, Louis had a moment there, went up in the air, and nearly crashed into the wall there. Nearly lost a position to Papa John on board with him. Let's take a look at this battle for 6th place into the final corner. 5 laps in already, and it's looking like a Mercedes lockout once again. Then it's Moto, Red Jelly, SOT in the other Ferrari, Louis and Papa John. That's a battle we're watching right now. Papa John takes a brilliant line through there. Can he take 6th? I think he has. And Esteban, he just didn't have the exit there, and Heels are now getting into the battle, getting into the mix. He's now up into 8th. Could that become 7th very soon?
And that's now, if you called me, sorry, I had to do something, but yeah, it's very close between Papa John and Louis, the battle for P6. Remember, Papa John started all the way 3rd, now he dropped all 4 positions down to 7th, possibly something about corner cut, as he's now just pulled back from... And yeah, now Louis is now getting quite away from Papa John at the moment, but remember, we've got DRS enabled. Oh yeah, I forgot to
Oh, and
see.
Speed's gone through.
Yeah, Speed
Oh,
for ages.
Either a
lead.
mistake from Dungeon, or team orders. Maybe no, they it shouldn't be. It's only round one. So Speed for whatever happened, Speed for ages is now the leader, and I'm sure the two Mercedes driver they're not going to fight too hard. They're not the teammate, of course.
But also,
But now Moto's here.
They should look out exactly. They should look at now for P3 as Moto is so close. This is 3-car battle for the lead here. Mercedes should play now strategically. Sorry if I mispronounced it. And yeah, Speed for Ages in the lead. Dungeon is close. Moto is close, as they are about to end lap 6 out of 7. It's now all in for Mercedes. They have to defend, just not to let the Moto to overtake them both. So we will see what will happen as we start lap 7.
So I think what the Mercedes drivers should do, work together, no battling, just trying to go as fast as they can. Qualifying styled pit stops. Laps, not pit stops. To try and get themselves as far away as they can from Moto and from the rest of the pack, and then they can battle for the win. That's what Mercedes should do. I mean, they're the team that usually dominates here, and they're the team that's currently dominating here right now. Not by much, though. On board with Red Jelly, as he just had a moment up the hill. So too for Heels. Those Red Bulls are not doing too well with their lines there. Heels just following Louis through, trying to get past him. Papa John took the gap to him. It's a pretty big gap now. Good 2 seconds. Here comes Heels for 7th place. And the comeback he's trying to make, well, it's going quite smoothly for him so far. But does he have the time to get to the front? We'll see. Heels across the line, and now he's up to 7th, and now he's past the Alpine. Oh, there's a bit of a glimpse of the Alpine there. I don't think he really got past for long, because now Louis is still right there. Oh, well, big gap actually for the Red Bull. Pretty big gap. Not the biggest.
We got a McLaren in the pit. We got a McLaren in the pit lane.
Oh, and is that?
McLaren in the pit lane.
And which McLaren is that? Is that? How do I
Should be
pronounce
the
it?
first one.
It's Michael.
I don't know
hard.
who's in McLaren.
Mikhail.
I don't know who's
Mikhail
in McLaren.
Mikhail
Yeah.
Paxki.
Yeah, let's just call him Michael.
Okay.
Mikhail on the pits. He's
Michael
gone.
Lopak.
Yeah, that's what I was calling him. Michael Lopak, one of the back markers at the moment in that orange McLaren, well, papaya McLaren you could call it. Onto the hard tyres. He's going long. He's probably not going to pit anymore. Goes wide through there. And blue flags already. This is for Pro Singer in the Racing Point. So Pro Singer needs to get out of the way for Speed for Ages and this lead group here. He has not been very fast. I don't think he pit yet. He's just been very slow. First back marker of the day. Pro Singer. Blue flags out for him. Oh, moment for Dungeon
Moto.
Fanatic. Moment for Dungeon.
Moto, I think Moto just overtook Dungeon. Oh no!
Yeah.
Moto had a corner cut slowdown. Moto had a corner cut slowdown. And
Oh
now
no!
That is not as Ferrari wanted. Now Moto is dropped back down. He's now 3 seconds down to Dungeon, so Mercedes for now can have some breathing space, but I do think Moto will eventually gain on them, as you could see.
Racing Point in the pit lane.
Pro Singer in the pit lane, I believe that is. Let's have a look at Pro Singer. He was the closest to pit lane, and indeed it is. So he's slow, and the tyres are probably dead as well. So onto the mediums from the softs. He goes in that Racing Point. Pro Singer a lap down. That's not going well for him. 10 laps into this race, 25 to go, and you can watch it all for free here live and on demand whenever you want, wherever you want on YouTube. Oh, big moment for the Racing Point, and an even bigger moment for Michael Lopak. On the gravel, into the wall. That's his front wing gone, and that's his race done. Sector 2 is where it happened. And over the radio, you can hear he's not very happy. Michael Lopak is out of the Canadian Grand Prix. Oh, and that rear on Prosinger, not looking good for him. It's not looking very good for these guys. They're struggling trying to maneuver over the bumps. And now, look at the gap here. It's what we all expected. And it's maybe not what the Red Bulls and the Ferraris wanted, but it's the two Mercedes of Dungeon Fanatics and Speed for Ages in the lead and battling for this victory. The gap is 3.5 seconds between them and Moto. And this battle could very well heat up, I could say. Strategy's going to play a big favour in this as well. Who's going to pit first? Who's going to get the better strategy? And how's this battle going to go? Speed for Ages leading on lap 11 and 35.
And also just saying, this battle is not going profits for Mercedes. As in real life, battle will have a profit for the guy who's right behind them. So for Moto now gained 3/10 in last couple sectors. Now the gap is 3.3, but eventually Moto will gain because of the heated battle between both of the Mercedes. And I do think right now in the team garage that Mercedes looks a little not that happy as they wanted, because everything can happen. For example, Mercedes, oh, it was that Moto out of nowhere.
I think that is. Yes, indeed. Moto on board with him. He's gotten past Speed for Ages. So what happened to Speed? Did he get a penalty? Oh, and what happened? That's Dungeon as well. So new race leader, ladies and gentlemen. It's Moto in the Ferrari. I don't know what happened to the Mercedes. That was incredible if he just managed to gain the time. Because now Moto is leading, and by a bit of a gap as well. I'm surprised we didn't catch that. What happened? Was it penalties for the two Mercedes? Slow down, yes, the penalty for both Mercedes, and that's their lead gone for now.
Now that was unexpected.
It was very unexpected, yeah.
Very unexpected now. Speed for Ages, yes, he is now within the second to Moto, but sometimes the DRS may be glitched and no one have a DRS even if they're within the second. So right now Mercedes, like I said, this was gonna get profit for P3, and it did actually give a profit to P3. Moto's in the lead, new race leader. And now Mercedes will try to, in some way, overtake the Ferrari at any cost. As Dungeon is 6/10 down to Speed for Ages, but visually for me it is way closer for now. As of course, a FIA reminder for Rags, no, that he has to stop using this sector 1 cut, or else 3 warnings equals a penalty, so he has to watch out.
Well, this race has been brilliant so far. A lot of fun to watch here, and a lot of fun to commentate with you so far, A350. This has been a very enjoyable, very exciting race so far, and it's just heating up. 20 laps to go in this one, nearly halfway through, and it's a three-way battle for the lead, with Moto as a pretty big gap.
But also, just let me interrupt you, but also, another driver who's getting on them, it's Red Jelly. Now, Red Jelly and SOT even, both of the Red Bull and Ferrari drivers are getting onto Dungeon. And now Dungeon had a Konica Soto again, which makes him lose 2 positions. Red Jelly and SOT overtake Red Jelly and SOT. We've got
blue flags,
blue flag.
Aston Martin.
It's really going not good for Dungeon. Not only him and his teammate had a slowdown, now he had slowed down again and made him lose so many positions. He's down to P5 and it's right now falling down for the Mercedes driver.
Aston Martin got lapped there then. We're looking at SOT and what happened then? I was quickly looking at the stream. So Red Jelly and SOT, they gained a lot of time then as well. So that slowdown really didn't help the Mercedes. So I was a bit confused for a moment. But on board with SOT. And very close between these guys. 1.5 seconds for Moto is the gap. Speed for Ages. And then a big gap between Speed and Red Jelly, which is a... Oh, Speed is taking the lead there.
Outrageous.
Slow down for Moto and Speed. Well, he's back at the front. And that black Mercedes
We've got pits.
that's been leading
we've
a
got,
while
Mercedes-
is leading
Red-
again.
Red
Jelly and Dungeon.
Great. Yeah, Dungeon and Red Jelly in the pits.
What will they go on to? Both softs. Mediums to softs for Red Jelly in the Red Bull and Dungeon in the Mercedes. So they're undercutting. They're undercutting Moto and Speed. Probably SOT as well, because they want to get the undercut and try and win this race.
But also,
Will it be faster? Will that strategy be faster?
But also one thing that I have to remember they're on softs. We've still got 20 laps to go, and soft tires normally don't actually survive that much time. So I expect that just at the end of the race they will go 100% saving those tires, so that they won't lose that much time if they push to the limit. As of right now, Speed Forage is still in the lead, but Moto is right behind him.
What a race we're seeing here in a 21. It's been a very exciting one so far. We're looking at the strategy. Oh, not again. Pro Singer, Racing Point, blue flags. Not what you want to see at all if you're a Racing Point fan. Pro Singer's been struggling all day, and now he is lapped. Now, you guys are probably not going to see it here, but I believe I can see Brody James's face. And I believe he's trying to sleep as well on my screen. What on earth are you doing?
Brody, what are you doing?
Some shenanigans in the commentary booth here. So, just a quick update. Here's a recap as we are halfway through this Canadian Grand Prix. It was Esteban Ocon, who's now in P10, who jumped the start. Massive jump as well. He went all the way to first, but he had to give a lot of places back. SOT in the pits, onto softs, and will that undercut work? We'll have to stop with that recap then. Let's have a look then. Will the undercut work? Out of the pits. And he is behind. Is he behind Dungeon? Is he behind Red Jelly? No! I don't think so. Yes, he is!
Yes, he is.
SOT has been undercutted, and it's a proof that that undercut is working. Could we see Dungeon and Red Jelly leading this race? We're going to find out.
But now Moto is, like I said, he's gaining now 3/10 behind Speed for ages. Now possibly there's of course only one DRS zone, which is right after the first sector. Let's see if Moto can keep up to Speed for ages so that he'll have DRS and so that he can potentially overtake Speed for ages for the race lead as they come through now turn number 3 and number 4, and now the DRS straight. Does Moto have DRS? No. Now that is strange, of course, a DRS glitch, so even if you are within as 1 second, sometimes you don't have DRS. Oh, as Moto.
Oh, did he cut?
Yeah, I believe I did at the last.
But he didn't get, he got off with it then, because Moto is now leading this race. Oh, retire. Bump. But so Moto is leading this race then from Speed for Ages and Heels, who's 8 seconds back. But remember, will that undercut, could it work? We're finding out.
But also, but in my opinion, as I saw, I have to go back again, it wasn't a clean overtake. For me, he overtook off the track, so he couldn't cut the whole turn,
Yeah,
so that he gained advantage.
I think he should be giving that spot back.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's not to us to decide, it's up to FIA and the stewards. I do think there will be the Moto will be under investigation for overtaking within the track limits. But yeah, we'll see what will happen as we've got 16 laps to go.
Well, let's have a quick recap then. Hello, Brody James. Welcome to the booth. And for a moment, we could see your beautiful face there then.
Yeah, I just woke up from my nap and I have some things to add up actually, apparently.
All right,
So,
tell us.
so it's about Esteban Ocon or Mr. Download Drum Rags. He apparently did a jump start as I usually record the start, so he jump started.
Oh, he was on investigation
All right.
there.
Oh, heels. Yeah, under investigation, major corner cutting.
Oh,
That could be big for the man in P3 currently. That could be massive. We're still looking
About
as
Heels,
Motor and
he's
Speed
actually-
Rage's lead.
you go on, you go on.
And the stewards are investigating. Heels in that Red Bull. So he must have corner cutted a lot. Major corner cutted even. And if so, why doesn't Moto get investigated either? Because he made a big corner cut. I don't believe he got a penalty from it or a
Yeah.
warning. And now he's in the lead. So I'm surprised they're doing it for Heels and not for Moto.
That is pretty strange. For now, looks like his Moto gonna get away with it, but I don't think he will, because I've got the video proof as of I think that he overtook. Oh yeah, as I say, Moto's under investigation for major corner cutting and gaining
Oh.
advantage. So right now,
So
stewards
now
are
that's
looking
changed.
into the situation, and possibly there would be an instruction to maybe let dungeon pass, or maybe a stop and go, or maybe anything. We will see.
So it's
Okay.
speed that he has to let pass, not dungeon. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
More for the viewers to not get confused. So yeah, that could be big. And Heels has now actually lost a position to Dungeon.
He pitted,
This
he
is-
pitted, he pitted.
So yeah, I presumed he pitted. But so now this race is heating up, ladies and gentlemen, and it's only gonna get even more hotter. As bump for Heel, he's gone rodeo, I guess. And yeah, as I said, this race is gonna get exciting.
Also,
Red Jelly in P5. Oh, Louis doing a very good job in P4.
yeah, I was about to say, if we look in the top 5, we can see Louis in an Alpine in P4, as he's right now defending his position from Red Jelly. So Alpine versus Red Bull. Red Jelly has soft tires, Louis has medium tires. Red Jelly has a tire advantage, has more grip than Louis as we make through the last corner. Louis in the pits. Okay, so Louis in the pits. Let's see what tires.
Looking from mediums to softs.
Softs. So, Louis, as everyone else, Louis is also into softs. And also, Moto also in softs. And that's the question, did Moto start? Oh, what happened? Oh, Moto actually pitted, yeah. Pit for Reg is back into the lead. Dungeon in P2, so Mercedes want to once more here in WYNFORD. As they, I believe as they, no, not as they started, sorry. After the start, they were 1-2, they're back again onto 1-2. Moto in P3, and he looks forward into gaining and potentially overtaking both the Mercedes.
So Mercedes back, but Speed for Ages still has to pit. So will that undercut for Dungeon work, and will it lead to a victory here with 11 laps to go?
Speed,
Speed
yeah.
is pitting now. So Dungeon is your new race leader here at WYNFORD, and it's not a surprise at all. Moto in second, Red Jelly's going to take over in third place, and Heels might even take over in fifth. But it's all the eyes on the man in the lead in that black and cyan blue Mercedes. Dungeon Fanatics, who had pole for a very long time until Heels took it away, is leading here once again.
Fight for third as well. We can see this one.
Oh yes?
Yeah. So with
Oh wait,
10
what
lap-
happened? Oh, never mind.
So we're about to have 10 laps to go. So let's have a quick recap of this race then. Lights out, and it was Rags, or Esteban Ocon, as his account name says, with a jump start. Dungeon got a pretty good start, but it was Heels, this man, with an awful start to this race and went down to the back of the grid. He pitted early and so far has made a comeback. Someone who hasn't made a comeback was Mikel, or Michael Lopak as some call him. He crashed out of this race. Big hard clash into the barriers. Then it was Dungeon and Red Jelly who lost a lot of time. Mercedes were first and second in the lead, but then Moto was fighting with them. Corner cutted, lost a lot of time, but caught up. And it was the Mercedes with a slowdown, giving Moto the lead. Dungeon and Red Jelly pitted early, trying to get the undercut and maybe fight for a win. Then it was Speed and Moto fighting for the lead, but Moto, who's now under investigation because of this, cut a corner hard and took the lead. So too for Heels, he's under investigation as well for the same reason. Dungeon and Red Jelly ended up making a lot of places back from other people pitting, mainly because they undercutted, and the undercut worked to perfection, and we're now in this position where Dungeon leads from Moto.
No!
with 9
Moto-
laps. Ladies in the podium spots.
Wait, let me interrupt real quick. The reason Dungeon pitted is because he lost his front wing. So he's losing extra
Oh.
time.
Oh!
My goodness! I did
Uh,
not see that. Maybe you guys have caught that on the stream. I did not. Unbelievable! And
It's
that might
all-
be the biggest throwaway of all time.
It's all falling down, crumbling for Dungeon. Not only corner cuts, not only losing positions, but now losing his front wing and dropping down to P6. That's not what Mercedes wants. As Speed for ages. He's still up in P3 as he's very close to Red Jelly. Moto is in the lead once more as we have lap 27, and there are back markers right in front of him, as well Aston Martin of Vutupis and yeah, only Vutupis. Yeah, I thought there's someone else. So yeah, blue flag should be waved very very soon. And of course, blue flag means that the driver in front has to let past the driver in behind him, so that there won't be any chaos. And now Vutupis.
Blue flags. Once again, Wootspis, he was lapped earlier in this race, just like the other racing point was, and now he's lapped again. Wootspis in the Aston Martin having a terrible day.
Now Speed for ages looks like he just overtook Red Jelly for P2. So here's a crazy thing. We've got like how many? 8 laps to go, and the gap between P1 and P2 is 5 seconds. So if Speed for ages somehow out of nowhere will gain 1 second, we could potentially see a battle for the lead just within few laps, with like 3 laps to go. That might happen, like in pre-season testing earlier last week in Silverstone. Speed for ages was gaining so much that even like 4 laps before the end, he overtook Helios and he won with Mercedes 1-2. Oh, there's a racing point. Going.
Yeah, he just flipped. He just
Oh
flipped.
yeah, he just
Oh, he
flipped,
flipped.
sorry.
It's not that big.
Prosinger.
It's not that big of a deal.
So a bit of a
Alright.
mistake for Prosinger, and he had a moment there and lost a lot of time. Not like he was fighting for a win or anything. He's been lapped thrice now.
Yeah, he's basically reminding me of my drive in WYNFORD in Season 1. I flipped like 3 times. I was running in P6 and sadly I got lapped.
Oh, also, he also overtakes Red Jelly to P3. It's not
wow.
only a Mercedes Red Bull war, it's Mercedes and Red Bull civil war for the last podium position. That's now Speed for ages is just driving away from Helios. Red Jelly is right behind Helios. He's 2 tenths behind him. Does Red Jelly have DRS? Yes, he has.
Yes. Red
It's
Jelly
so tight.
lost. Red Jelly lost a lot of time then. He's been quite slow. Speed for ages will have to pick up the pieces that Dungeon dropped. The problem is, oh my
Moto.
goodness!
That's big.
I was about to
That's
say,
big.
Moto.
That's big.
Moto, who's running away with this, not anymore. Just Maxi, race director. Moto, 5-second time penalty for
For
corner
leaving
cutting
the
to take
track.
the lead over Speed for ages earlier in this race. So now, the fight for second, Your Speed and Red Jelly, they won't be focusing on a fight. They'll be focusing on whoever can finish in second inside that 5-second barrier. Game on at the front.
It's all
One
in-
thing.
Yeah.
Red Jelly fell off. Red Jelly fell off.
Yeah.
Speed as
Yeah,
well. What?
Wait, what happened to Speed?
So he has
Wait,
could
Oh,
win.
slow down, I
Oh,
think.
Speed.
What?
either slowdown
That's
or
very
Heels
weird.
gutted a lot because no, I think they both got slowdowns because look at the gap between Red Jelly and SOT. Not very big. It was very big. Heels is now the main contender for this race victory.
And I was
If
about
not
to say,
Moto.
it's all in for Red Bull, all in for Heos. Win is at stake. He just has to gain 8/10.
Wait, he has to what?
He has to gain 8/10.
He has to
Yes,
find
what?
8/10 to win.
He has to.
Yeah.
I heard something else. I heard he has to gay, but
No. Gain
Yeah,
8/10.
okay.
And if he finishes, for example, 4.9 seconds, he is declared winner. As he's now gaining, he gained 2/10. You can see how much under pressure is Heos. He knows that if he gained 6/10, he will call himself the first winner of Season 3, not including pre-season testing, in Apex Racing 2021. As of right now, Moto's also under pressure. He has to keep this gap as it is currently. Now it's 5.4. Heos is gaining 2/10 again. If that goes, Heos would go for the sub 5-second gap and potentially winning the race, as we are right now heading to the end of lap 31/35, and we have officially 4 laps to go until the end here in Canada.
This race is heating up. Can Heels close the gap to under 5 seconds? This is going to be a battle we didn't expect to see. We thought it was all over. Moto was running away with it, and he still is. But can Heels find that time and win this race?
We got yellow flag.
Yellow flag, sector
What's
2.
happened? What's happened? What's
I'm
going
trying
on?
to figure out. Oh, there's no one.
What's going on? No one.
Sector
Yeah,
3
there
now,
is.
yellow flag.
There is.
Oh!
There is.
In the pit lane
That's
as
the
well.
pit lane crash.
We saw it
Pit
many
lane crash.
times in PARC Season 1, but we now see it here in AR21 Racing Point Despawn. A crash in the pit lane entry to be exact, for Pro Singer. Massive accident for him. Wheel off. Race done. A terrible opening race for his season
Oh,
campaign.
look! Heos is 5.2. Heos is 5.2.
We're
He's
getting
doing it.
He's gained
doing
half
it.
this lap.
Let's see now. What's the gap?
He might be in. He might be in.
3 to
He
go.
might be in.
3 laps to go. He might be
he's
in,
not
yeah.
yet.
Not yet, but he's gained 6/10 over that last lap. 3 laps to go at the Canadian Grand Prix. It's heating up.
Now he knows he cannot now receive a Konica warning, because if so, it's going to be all over. Same goes to Moto. If he also has a Konica slowdown, it's all over for him.
110,
Hold on a second, though.
yes,
Hold on a
110.
second, though. 110. Hold on a second, though. He, I don't know if it ended, but Heels was also, if you remember, under investigation earlier. Similar time
yes.
to me. He was under investigation as well, so he'll have to push. He can't cut at all, because if he does, surely that will be a penalty for him.
That is no.
Yeah, exactly.
This is so exciting. As Brody also as exciting as pre-season testing in Silverstone. Everything is at stake. The whole the win, not only win but leading Drive Championship. But that's obvious. As 5 point flat. 5
Oh,
laps. It's so close. 2 laps to go. Moto is falling off his pace. Will Heos achieve the mission?
I think he will.
I think he will if he manages. Let's see. As Moto finished sector 1, Heos is also about to finish. Let's see. It's 5.1 again.
No!
Oh my goodness, he's lost a bit of time. It's that first
That's not
sector.
over. It's not
That
over.
first sector has been. It's not over indeed. That first sector has not been nice to Heels.
Oh, Heos
could-
back on the
Oh my goodness! Slow down, Heels! Slow down,
It's
Heels!
over.
Moto's
It's
done it!
over.
Moto has done it!
Oh,
A
no.
slow down for Heels! And it's done, it's dusted. He's done what no one wants to do. And at the final corner, we're going to go round one more time here at the Canadian Grand Prix. Final lap here in AR21. And Heels has done what no driver in that scenario wants to do.
And now Moto is 9 seconds in the lead. I don't think even
Done.
if Moto had a Konica slowdown, I don't think that will change anything. He'll still be like a 6 seconds in the lead. But yeah, now Moto can have some breathing as he is on the last lap and he's on his way to claim the victory, to give the Ferrari win. And yeah, it was a very exciting race. And I hope it's going to be all and I hope it's going to be all the same in the rest of season 3.
What an exciting race this has been. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, because this has been a brilliant season opener. A Canada Classic here at WYNFORD. And Moto, arguably the best in the world at the moment, could find his way to a championship here this season. The Canadian Grand Prix is won by Moto! What a race win for him!
Place.
Even with the penalty, he's got it. He yours. What a comeback. The pole sitter, who had a terrible start, has brought his way back to second, although I think he's still under investigation. So that is still a question.
Dungeon gets P4 at the end.
Dungeon gets it.
So close.
Speed
at
for
the
ages.
End.
Speed for ages in third. Dungeon in fourth. A Mercedes 3-4. SOT has crashed into the wall, but I think he got over the line. So it's Moto, your race winner here in Canada. From he yours, Speed, Dungeon, Red Jelly, SOT, Louis, Papa John, who had a very disappointing race for him in the Alfa Romeo. Esteban or Rags in 9th. And then this man, Cone, rounding out the top 10 here at WYNFORD and Canada.
Alfa Romeo!
Alfa Romeo points. That's something.
Tulog every day! Beaten! Uy! Philippines!
Oh man, that was very
Double
exciting.
Filipino points!
What a race.
That wasn't bad, race.
Nice!
That was a very good race. A Canada Classic here at WYNFORD.
Yeah.
All right, shall I ask some questions?
Yeah.
And then I'll let you. And then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. I think just saying, just so you know, interviews not that quick, okay? So like ask a couple of questions, more than 3 recommended, so you know that the interviews will be longer.
Okay, so I'll basically just ask how each driver's race went. Then a little question about something they said, and then I'll let you and maybe someone else ask a question as well. What a race here in WYNFORD, and stick around to see what the drivers say about that classic.
I think just saying. Right. We're still online.
Why is Brody?
Yeah, we are.
Brody, what do you have a face cam on? What?
The interviews will be longer.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna do a national anthem. I was doing a national
We're
anthem.
doing national anthem. All right.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do
we
the
doing
podium?
interviews or no?
Yeah.
I'm doing the national anthem for the Sunday.
Oh, Canada!
Moto is
Are we
UAE.
doing?
Moto's UAE.
So
What's the UAE?
here's
What's
the
the
United Arab Emirates. So here's your race winner in the paddock in Parc Fermé, the Ferrari driver of Moto. And here is the national anthem of the race winner. Here's the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates. Doing national anthem? Right. Are we gonna do the podium? Yeah.
What is
Are we doing? So here's the United Arab Emirates. So here's your race winner in the paddock in Parc Fermé, the Ferrari driver of Moto. Here's the national anthem of the race winner. Here's the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates. Well, congratulations to Moto, the fastest man in Project Apex at the moment. And this is probably going to be the start of his championship winning season. We might see an off day for Mercedes and a bit of an off day for Red Bull, considering the circumstances. But this championship Looks like it's going to be exciting. AR21 looks like it's going to be exciting. Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes.
And Alfa Romeo, if you count them too.
And Alfa Romeo. Well, that was a brilliant race. So who have we got here for interviews? If we do have anyone for.
Is he ready for all the pressure that's coming for him? Is he physically and mentally ready?
Fuck.
Big slug fell, and away we go.
Red flag. Red flag. Sector 2. Sector 2. Man, this car will not just turn the fuck.